Hello, y'all. It's 8:17 a.m. in the morning. That truck has a broken headlight. Well, the front is broken. He has an underage little girl in the front seat with no seat belt. She looks like she's not even 10 years old. And he came on as I'm walking off. Oh, I'm full. I didn't even have a whole lot to eat. I wasn't too hungry. But I just had like a few little French toast sticks, sausage links, eggs and cheese grits, and apple juice, and some pudding, chocolate pudding. Excuse me. Damn, it's part of freaking gang stalking. They wait till they get near me. And right when I'm about to say something, well, I'm not as stuffed as I was. I'm not as stuffed as I was the last time. Excuse me. So, well, that's something I need to say, but I'm gonna wait till I get to the library to say it. Excuse me. Stupid. Wow. They didn't care about trying to be close to trying to hit me. So it's 8:31. Got a half hour. So I'm so stuffed I can't even talk. All I have is one plate of food with a side with grits on the side, plus a little breakfast, dessert for breakfast. That was it. I can't believe I'm so full. Okay, so I did a video and I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm gonna put it on the targeted, I'm gonna publicize it on the Targeted by the Psych World backup channel. It's a video almost exactly 3 hours long, and I was talking about, the family false rumors and the family abuse, and me addressing, and clearing up the lies, about when my twin sister got other family members on board to lie on me and say that I looked over Blake's casket, or then they changed the story to I was on the phone with three-way. Then my twin sister changed the story to lying and saying that that I said it on the phone during an argument. So she switched up her story like I don't know how many times. And so excuse me, I saw the video of Wyatt lying on me too. And so it seemed like, Wyatt hated me before he died. I mean, I guess the family, they're all mad at me for exposing the fact that they're gang stalkers. Excuse me. And my twin sister smear campaigned me so hard and lied on me and tried to make me seem really, really crazy. And for her and Wyatt to huddle together and give fake proof. And yeah, I think my twin sister must have paid Wyatt to lie on me. So one thing I forgot to say was that before me and my twin sister got, like after she told me the news about Wyatt, I'm sorry, not Wyatt, but she told me the news about Blake almost 8 years ago, and we both cried on the phone together, and my twin sister was the first one that mentioned about having mixed emotions. And then I'm like, yeah, I also have mixed emotions. So I do remember that, about both of us agreeing to the idea that we had mixed emotions when finding out that Blake died or got shot and killed. So we both were hollering and screaming and crying uncontrollably on the phone together. And then I guess people must have been trolling her online, and she left me on hold, and I'm yelling at her, trying to tell her, I have to go because my minutes are being wasted by you just sitting there idle on the phone saying nothing. And she kept ignoring me persistently. And then she yelled at me and said, "I'm coming!" And meaning she was commenting on a Facebook post. And then she said, "Our cousin just died, and all you care about is minutes on your phone." And that's when we started arguing. But it was before Blake's funeral. I think it was 3 days later after we heard the news about his death that Friday. It was cold and rainy. And, me grieving Blake's death and, I went to Dollar General when I was living in Greenville, South Carolina. And that fake perp, that narcissistic control freak fake friend, Regina Bunting, she's not originally from Greenville, South Carolina, but she was living there. She had a 13-year-old gay son named Tyreek that thought he was a grown woman, and he was a perp too. And he idolized and worshiped Big Frida, And then, Miss Regina tried to perp and bully and harass and laugh at me and tell me that I'm going to get sick because I had on shorts. All my clothes were pretty much dirty, and I was very depressed and grieving about Blake. And then I went to I bought a pack of Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, not Dunkin' Donuts. I think it was Little Debbie Dunkin' sticks or something like that. And I forgot what other items I bought. But I do remember buying Little Debbie Dunkin' sticks. I went back to the apartment. I ate 3 Dunkin' sticks that day. Earlier that day. And then later on, hours later, I ate the other 3. I was taking a medication called ondansetron, I think it was, for the vertigo and the sciatica. I was having bad sciatica pain from September of that year all the way through December or January. I was suffering sciatica for a few months. And then after that, excuse me, I wasn't diabetic, but that medication had me hypersensitive to sugar. If I eat the slightest amount of sugar, I would get the shakes. So, I forgot, was I on meclizine or not meclizine? I forgot what the other sciatica medication was. Meclizine is for vertigo. But so Ms. Regina tried to insult me and mock and make fun of me and try to insinuate that I'm greedy for buying up all this food or whatever, and then trying to tell me I'm gonna get sick, and because I had on shorts and stuff, and I went off and cussed her from A to Z. And she's like, "Oh, you have to curse me out like that. Oh, I just didn't want you to get sick," or whatever, And I was like, "Mind your business. Give me the fucking room," whatever, But if I remember correctly, I think she used to try to use and take advantage of me also. Excuse me. And she turned out to be a perp, and I didn't realize it at the time, because I wasn't fully aware about gang stalking like I am now. And I still got more to learn. So, yeah, later on, my body was shaking so bad that I called the ambulance. My twin sister acted like she was trying to manipulate for me to go to the mental hospital and trying to project her diabetes onto me. And I kept telling her I'm not diabetic. And so And then she try to slick talk by trying to be like, oh, well, don't let your pride, what was she saying? Don't let your pride get to your head or something like that, she said. And she was trying to manipulate and convince me to go to the freaking, the hospital. And I admit at that time, like, after finding out about Blake's death, I myself, like, a few days or a week or so later, you know, I was wrestling on whether or not I wanted to commit suicide or, you know, couldn't handle it. You know, I was, you know, wrestling on whether or not to be suicidal for Blake's death. You know, that perp over there got their arm out of the window in that black SUV that's turning. What's wrong with my phone? I missed. So yeah. But a lot of family members have done other family members wrong, but they want me permanently canceled from the family for good because I said that all of my family participated stalking me. You know, like, that's the worst unforgivable thing. And it seemed like my twin sisters, you know, she had been the ringleader in manipulating the family. And the family must see her as some kind of fake hero or something for, you know, for her to slander and lie to the family, saying I did and said things I didn't do and say. And then, for her to lie to the family. And, like, when I was living in Los Angeles for a few years, she took advantage of telling the family lies about me and making them hate me and, you know, and slandering me and stuff. And then, because in 2003, when we were living in New Orleans, when I was living in New Orleans, and then Wyatt came later in 2005 or was it 2004 or 2005 before Hurricane Katrina. And so Wyatt came to live in New Orleans Towers with me, not in the same apartment. He lived in apartment 611. I was in apartment 136. And he got in so easily, but it was a struggle, and it took a while for me to get in. Excuse me. The low-income disabled elderly apartments, New Orleans Towers and Algiers. And I didn't even realize I was being gang stalked even then. And so my twin sister would wait until I was gone to school, college, going to University of New Orleans. And she would wait till I'm going to school and then go around slandering me to the neighbors in the apartment complex. And then pop up at my house unexpectedly, demanding money and bullying me and trying to blackmail and threaten me out of money. And trying to manipulate, frighten, bully, and scare me. Her and her husband, Dwayne. You know. And Wyatt was the one who said that. My twin sister said that, we thought we were going to die in Hurricane Dennis. But we went through Hurricane Katrina. And, everybody was all spooked and scary. Everybody was all scared about Hurricane Dennis. And then, in 2005, before Hurricane Katrina, and so Wyatt was the one who told me that my twin sister said that, if we all drown in a hurricane, it's going to be all Candy's fault. Because she didn't give us no money or whatever. Something like that. But my twin sister was the ringleader in using and taking advantage of me and telling other family members how to do so. And then Wyatt told the family members in Milwaukee how to take advantage of me. how to fuck over me. So, my twin sister, she waited until after Blake died. Well, after Blake lost his life, to tell me that Blake was the one who called her up in 2001, or 2002 it was, and about, when I mentioned on the other channel about Sean lying on me and said that I said that the biological mom, Frances, raped me, when I told the cops that she kicked me, because she kicked me in the butt physically, kicked my butt, and told me, get out! And then Sean ran back lied to everyone and said, Candy said Ma raped her. And then Derek wanted to fight me and stuff. And he acted like a bull seeing red. And they didn't even allow me to explain myself. I said, I didn't say she raped me. I said she kicked me. And when she did kick me. And the cops didn't want to do anything anyway, But she was offended at me feeling uncomfortable. In Ramona, too, I had an incident like the next year. No, a couple of years later. It was 2004, I think. 2003. No, it was 2003 or 2004. I had an issue with Ramona where I was offended by the roaches in her house, and she got really mad and didn't talk to me for months, And also, it's like, I had to deal with a lot of situations with the family, treating me like less than and using and taking advantage of me when I had a little money and was going to school. And then, when me not having shit now, the family don't want anything to do with me. Like, I'm this actual scapegoat and wrongfully blamed for all the family's problems. And my twin sister copies off the foster mom with just dumping everything on me and wanting me to take responsibility for blaming everything on me. Or things that other people have done, she will lie and say, I did it. But, it seemed like my twin sister, she wasn't on good terms with Wyatt. And then she pretended to be fake nice. Got him to go against me, I guess as a way to distract me. Buttered him up, love bombed him, and then blood sacrifice. She manipulated for him to go against me about all things Blake. And now Wyatt is gone. And the stalkers they've been harassing me every day without a break and harassing me more viciously. If my twin sister admitted to me that she'd been holding in anger for years about me, why she wanted me to come stay by her? Because she has something up her sleeve. She's involved in an occult. If I'm supposed to be a Christian, I cannot live with people who live her kind of lifestyle. And I know I need to straighten myself up better. I ain't perfect. I never said I was. We all need improvement. None of us are perfect, but we all need to better ourselves. I make attempts at trying to better myself. But, the gang stalking, they find all kinds of ways to set you back. But I never heard of a family where none of the family care about you. None of the family cares about you being targeted in traffic. Nobody wants to hear it. They don't even care to be supportive of any so-called mental issues that you might have. Instead, they bully and bash me, and even worse, and abuse me, and try to make my so-called mental health issues worse because of their abuse. rather than being support, being there, caring about me. But I didn't even realize 2007 I was, wrongfully canceled from the whole family. In 2007, I was questioning whether or not, it made me feel like, I was very suicidal at that time and tried to take my life a couple of times in 2007. Ended up in a mental hospital twice in 2007. And feeling like, the family treated me like as if I deserved to be punished with no funeral if I would have died. And I even said, if I die, do I deserve a funeral? And I had this fear that the family, if I were to die, even if it weren't by suicide, if it was a dying another death from some other kind of way, I had these unwanted, intrusive thoughts about them doing cruel things to my corpse and mocking and laughing, or huddle together and talk bad about me and mock and laugh, But they try to make it like for me to say that my family is gang stalkers, that I'm canceled from the family for life. They must be guilty, or, they must be feeling guilty. And they're mad. And they're livid. But they became livid at me finding out. But as I said, my twin sister wanted to be self-righteous about me talking about other family members. But I'm a family member that she's talking about, that she talks bad about. And not only talks bad about, but she dogs me out really bad. And everybody supports her in her lies and everything.
How you doing?
Hi. Yeah. You need help or you got it? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know quite yet.
Okay.
And we're almost over the track.
Okay. Yeah. So the family, they didn't even give themselves a chance. Even my twin sister, from her being fed, brainwashed with lies about the foster mom, it's like my twin sister has not gotten to sit down and know the real Candy Grand Prix. And she, my twin sister thinks she knows me really well, but she judges my character off of past events that we went through in foster care, and still trying to falsely paint me as this monster and this bad person, and she would try to seek never-ending revenge with no forgiveness towards me, and got her foot on my neck and won't let up. But other family members and outsiders, she cares more about the new dog that she got. She got more love for that brand new dog than she got for me. When she was drunk, she was, talking about how much she loved Tiara and Pippa. She didn't even mention about the kids, but she mentioned so much about me being a bitch and this and that or whatever. But she hates me more than any and everybody. And a lot of the stuff that she said about me was false accusations. Malicious and intentional false accusations. And people will be self-righteous. When she lie on me, they listen to her and believe her and give her the time of the day. But when it comes to me, they be self-righteous about wanting a brick wall and shun me and say that they don't want to hear any gossip or drama. And I'm like, but I'm the one that's trying to straighten the lies out and trying to tell you the truth. excuse me, and when we were in foster care, what the foster mom Adrian Felder used to do, when my twin sister would lie on me about something, I try to tell the foster mom that my twin sister was lying. I would try to tell her the truth. And then the foster mom wouldn't want to hear it. And then after that, she would be so narcissistic about talking about she don't want to hear it. And I try to explain, but Mom, you know, this is what really happened. And then the foster mom would issue out more punishments the more I try to explain the truth. And I'm sitting here being falsely persecuted. Or they would rather believe my twin sister's lies and shun the truth. And the more I try to convince or try to tell them the truth, that's the more punishment or the harsher punishments I get. You know, I mean, and it seems like the family has zero intentions on trying to forgive and mend our relationship that was always broken from the get-go. I never was close with any family member, not one. I was never close with anyone in the family. And my twin sister I can honestly say that she was never really close with anyone in the family. And she might have had moments where she was on good terms with certain family members, but actually being close, she knows what it's like to be ostracized by the family. She knows what it's like also to feel unwanted by the family, rejected, shunned by the family. So I don't understand why she is acting superior by telling me, you wonder why you're shunned by the family. You wonder why, because she put it in the family's head. And the fake Darnell Williams perp probably paid her to set up a scenario to have me wrongfully banned from Wyatt's funeral. And I was upset. I mean, Wyatt, even on that phone conversation, first he tried to lie and say that I said on the phone sometime after Blake died, there was never any three-way conversation on the phone with me, Wyatt, or Brandy. So how did they go from lying and saying I looked over Blake's casket and then switching the story to lying and saying that some months later that we talked on the phone via three-way? And then after that, lying and saying that super early in the morning, in which I was not up at 6 o'clock or 6:30 that morning, even on Central Time. I woke up about 8 o'clock, 8:30 around that day. And I do remember being on the toilet for like 2 or 3 hours. So, I mean, it's like my twin sister creates lie after lie after lie, and then manipulating the family to hate me. And she wants all the shine for herself. And it's like the family just would rather hate me forever and believe lies about me and refuse to try to get to know me. And then, as I said, they'll treat me like shit and do me dirty. And when I speak about the way they treated me, they'd be like, oh, after all that stuff you said about me. And justify that. Use that to justify being more mad. But like, y'all, the way y'all gossip, I can't expose the truth about y'all on social media. But you gossip and manipulate to extended family, friends of the family, friends, you know, and other family members. Y'all gossip and start false rumors and think the shit is funny. You think that 50 and 60 years old, you're too old for that shit. But, it's 9 o'clock. So I'm going to get off here. I only got 65 cents in the bank. And, thank you. All right. So, I only got 65 cents in the bank. And I'm going to see y'all later.